Hello friends, and welcome to your Adventure Compass. Today's adventure brings us to Grafton, Ohio. And why? Well, we're here to check out the Amusement Preservation Museum. It's a collection of various roller coaster rides, cars, trains, all kinds of things you would see in amusement parks and whatnot. Some very classic pieces as well. And we're here to see those today and take a look and see what they've preserved, what's in here. It's a private collection. It's at a home here in Grafton, Ohio. Not going to give out the address because they're not open to the public, but they do have an open house once a year in June. So if you're interested, take a look and see if you can come out next June when they have this again in 2027. Let's go take a look. And as you can see, it says Amusement Preservation Museum Open House. Saturday and Sunday, June 6th and 7th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. All right, guys, they have a sign here telling you what type of things you're going to see here. There's some stuff from Geauga Lake. I was there as a kid. That's in Ohio. It's now abandoned. Of course, Cedar Point, which we'll be visiting after we leave here, and Dorney Park, which I believe is in Pennsylvania. I'm not familiar with all these other parks. Some of them may be defunct now, but we're going to go take a look. So over here, a scrambler car, and he was just telling me that this one is from Busch Gardens. You can see the name on the back there. Okay, so right here, this says it's the Fright Zone at Erie View Park. Not familiar with the park, but obviously a dark ride, and check it out. This is awesome. Look at the front of this. Is that real wood? It is. That's awesome. Very cool looking. Classic dark ride car right there. Very cool. Number 3. And right next to it, I don't need to read the sign because I know this. I rode in one of these. This is one of the cars from the Witch's Wheel at Cedar Point. If you guys actually rode in this at some point in time, leave a comment in the show notes there. Leave me a comment. Let me know. Do you remember riding this? Did you like it? Did you have fun with it? Do you miss it? And guys, here's the, if you've never seen the Witch's Wheel, that's what it looked like right there. And they do have a replacement for this. It says very similar. The ride is almost identical. The only difference is they don't have this big caged-in chair. You now sit on a single seat, and I believe there's a shoulder harness. Kings Island has them, and my daughter rode that just a year or two ago. We'll be seeing those again later. Now, this is something I have been looking forward to seeing. I have not seen these in years and years, and they have 2 of them. One is in pretty rough shape, but the other one is in good shape. Check it out, guys. It is the boats from the pirate ride at Cedar Point. These are awesome. Absolutely awesome. I remember riding this over and over and over. I probably was in one of these. This is 10, the other one's 11. I was definitely in one of these because I've ridden this at least a dozen times. Got the little lantern on the back. One of my favorite dark rides as a kid. Unfortunately, Cedar Point got rid of all their dark rides, which is just kind of sad. They don't have any dark rides at all. Many parks have several. Cedar Point has none. But this was a great one. It was kind of a low budget version of Pirates of the Caribbean, but it had its own unique twists, and it was a lot of fun. Now there are videos that you can see of the pirate ride online. Some people, I can't imagine, but they took their camcorders and went in and rode through the ride and rode the pirate ride at Cedar Point, and there's some footage. It's pretty bad. It's pretty rough because you can imagine it's an old ride, and the cameras back then were not so great. Well, it's been years since I've sat in one of these, but I'm doing it now. It's pretty awesome. Too bad there's no doors to open and giant pirate ship to shoot cannons out. was such a fun ride. Here's some information about the Pirate Ride. It talks about how it was made by Aerodynamics. Originally opened as Buccaneer in Freedomland in New York in 1960 actually. After the 64 season, the ride closed and was sold to Cedar Point. And to this day, I believe they still use the pirate ship, the half pirate ship that was outside. They still use it. They put it over in front of Maverick's track for the haunted pirate walkthrough during Halloween. Yeah, these are awesome though. Now, the lanterns on the back, I noticed the front is missing the skull. You can see here they had a skull on the front of the car, but still very cool to see these. And more Cedar Point stuff. They have one of the Dodgem cars here. This is the Benz. Remember riding this a few times. Not necessarily this car, but this style of car in the bumper cars. These are cool. And then we've got a bunch of other stuff. I'm gonna have to try and figure out what some of it is. I don't know what this is. It's cool looking. I have no idea what that is. Let's take a look here. Okay, so over here, Flight of Fear train 3 frame. So this is from, it says King's Dominion. So does King's Dominion have a Flight of Fear as well? Or is that a different name I'm thinking of at Kings Island? I thought Kings Island had this ride. I could be wrong. It's very similar though. And this is the frame. And it does say here, Flight of Fear Kings Dominion opened on June 18th, the same day the identical ride at Kings Island. Okay, they were the first roller coaster to feature a magnetic launch. Built by Premier Rides, the attraction was originally themed to Outer Limits TV show. This direct theming was removed on both rides after the 2001 season. Okay, makes perfect sense. But this is the frame of that ride. You can kind of see the bottom of the coaster there. You can tell where the seat backs, the headrests are. That's pretty neat. Hey guys, check this out. This is really cool. This looks a lot like, a lot like what Mean Streak would have looked like, honestly, if you recall that ride at Cedar Point before it became Steel Vengeance. But this is called Thunderhawk. It was from Dorney Park, opened in 1924. And maybe this was one of the, let's see. Okay, so this was replaced in 2016 by 3 new trains. So this train was used up until 2016. That's why it looks a little more modern and similar to the other ride that I mentioned. Let's see if we can see. The front does not have the decal on it. But you can see you've got the restraints here. Got both seat belts and the lap bar. Pretty neat to see. Over here we have a sign. I'm not sure. It says Geppetto's Hand and String Puppets. I don't know where this would have come from. Not positive. I mean, maybe Disney, maybe not. I don't know. But what I did notice is behind it we have one of the log flume boats here. Check that out. This looks like it's been restored very well. It's in great shape. They've got it under this frame, so it's hard to see in there. I'm putting the camera in so you guys can see that a little bit better. Okay, it says the Flume opened in 2008, shortly after the zoo acquired Wyandotte Lake. Operated until 2020, so quite recently. And the maintenance costs obviously shut everything down. This was Redwood Falls in the Columbus Zoo. So I didn't know they had rides at the Columbus Zoo. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, it looks like it's in great shape. They maintained it very well. Up above, check this out. This is an oldie here, you can tell. Look at this, all wooden. Showing all the age on it. All wood coaster. Look at the front of that. That's incredible. Just a lap bar. They have seat belts in there? I don't see any. All wood. Look at that. That's amazing. Over on this side, you can see some of the wheels that would ride along the track right here. Wow. Over here, Raging Wolf Bobs. I'm not familiar with this one, but this has been restored or cleaned up very well. It's in very good shape. I think these seats were recently recovered. Yeah, they're in very good, clean shape. Oh, this is from Geauga Lake, apparently, because there is a sign here. Let's see if we can read this. Yeah, opened in '88 for Geauga Lake's centennial anniversary. The ride was designed by Din Corporation in Westchester, Ohio. The ride was inspired by the Bobs at Riverview Park in Chicago, which closed in '67. The cars in the collection are the original Philadelphia toboggan coaster rolling stock. These cars were replaced for the 2003 season. And they have the full train. Look at this. 1, 2, and 3 cars. Very cool. All right, guys, I don't know if you can see this. This train car actually has an opening only on one side. It seats 6. So you've got 3 openings. Very narrow openings, by the way. 1, 2, and 3 back there. And this was originally from Geauga Lake. This was the Big Dipper. And believe it or not, this says it ran till 2007. Wow. But look on the other side. No openings. Only one side you could get in and out on. Also, there's a model up here of the Big Dipper. Right there. You can see the details on it. And here's the model. Kind of cool. Wow, check this out, guys. I believe this is a mini model of Steel Vengeance. Look at the track there. Oh, that's awesome. And this is, I say mini, it's literally like 12 feet long. It goes all the way down there. That is awesome. So cool. Wonder if this was their mock-up before building it. So I don't know what park this is from. I didn't see a sign, but check out this old classic bumper car. It's kind of cool. Looks like it's got little eyes on it. At the huge steering wheel, and there's no padding to speak of in the middle of this one. It's not soft at all. That's very hard. I don't know if that's the original wheel or not, but man, that must have hurt hitting that. There's not a whole lot of padding on the back either, and that does look original. Got some character cutouts here too. I don't know where those are from. And what is this? There's some sort of coaster cart here of some sort. I don't know what this is. It says skee ball in the middle. Let's take a look. It says it's a skee ball machine from Euclid Beach. Maybe this is a combination of 2 different things. Interesting. The shoulder harness in here as well. I don't know what ride this is from. Probably just a demo. Or maybe even a spare part. It looks like it's got a tag on it. The tag does not say anything, so maybe this was a spare part. And up here, the sign says Euclid Beach Park. Yeah, so I'm not familiar with that, but they have the sign here. I'm going to have to look that up. Do a little research on that one. 10 frames, 10 cents. They have some sort of ticket shredder here as well. I guess these machines, you'd put your tickets in there and it'd shred them so they couldn't be reused. There's also another ride over here. I'm not sure what this is, if it's some sort of dark ride vehicle. It does have like a metal bumper on it. Looks like it seats 2. Not sure about that, but they do have another coaster car right here. And let's see, let's take a look at this first. It says Dorney Park from Westchester, Pennsylvania. And it talks about this coaster. Did it have a name? It just says the roller coaster opened. Don't know. Maybe it was just the Dorney Park roller coaster. Interesting. And operated without the coaster until 2019. So this ride operated until 1980. And it was named, renamed Mainline Park. But just so you guys can see, here it is. It looks like it's been cleaned up and repainted, maybe restored a little bit. The vinyl looks new on the inside. Yeah, it looks nice and clean. And then right next to it, you might be wondering what this is. This is from a dark ride. They would put these in the dark rides. You'd be in the dark, and you'd see these rats going down the wall or going across something, and they are on a chain that just continuously flips them over and around. Coming off the back there, see them? And they're painted with a fluorescent color so they would glow in the black light. I also just noticed the giant Guten Tag sign back there, and I believe that might also be from Busch Gardens, Williamston, maybe? I can't remember. I know there's a park over there that's themed to different parts of the world, and they have a whole German area. I think that might be where that's from. Everybody knows that little squiggly shaped like an M. That's Millennium Force. And they have a poster here. And that poster is from 2000, apparently. Also, speaking of posters, here's one for the original Top Thrill Dragster. All right, now this is very interesting. There's so much in just this one little garage area. I completely missed this. It's a time capsule from Geauga Lake, and it's dated May 19th, 1999. It does look like it's been opened, maybe. I can't tell for sure. Not positive on that, but that's kind of cool. I'd be interested in knowing what was in there. They do have pictures showing probably when they loaded it down here. But yeah, I don't know. And it looks like maybe it was buried right on property. Pretty interesting. So guys, we're only getting started here. There's a lot more here, and there's a whole backyard that I'm looking at full of stuff with some bigger things. So let's go take a look back there first. Guys, they've got more stuff back behind here that has not even been restored yet, hasn't been gone through. This looks like it's one of the same rides we saw inside, and there's some sort of boat type cars over here. There is a tilt-a-whirl. I don't know if you see that white, red, white, and blue one right there. That's from a tilt-a-whirl. I don't know what this is. I can only guess, and I would probably be wrong, so I don't know what that is. Now, located in the very back of the yard, I'm not sure what exactly this is. This looks like some sort of maybe a standing carousel of some sort, like a single person carousel. I don't know. It's kind of interesting looking. I don't see any motors, so I don't know if this is manually powered or how this works. Interesting. There's like a little counterweight towards the top there. I don't know. Really don't know what this is. Some sort of amphibious looking vehicle here. I don't know what this is, but you can see it had space for wheels underneath, but it also looks like it floats. I don't know if that was a ride, or it had to have been, because it's got bumpers all the way around it. It had to have been some sort of ride, but I couldn't tell you what it's from. And then there's these things. They have a trailer hitch on them, so I don't know what the heck these are. These look like some sort of boats. They are hinged. Yeah, I think this is some sort of a boat that maybe was converted to a trailer. I don't know about this. This is interesting. They have two of these, by the way. They're both trailers, so not sure. Here's the other one right here. Over here, we've got some sort of water ride. And, oh, there is a tag inside, so we can find out what this is. Kind of interesting. It's got the over-the-head laptop harness. Is this Shoot the Rapids? Operated 2010, 2015. Opened as Cedar Point's new version of a log flume. Why do I not remember this?
I'm kind of hoping that...
I remember the other ride, but I do not remember this.
It might make things better.
2 splashdowns.
It's just... Especially...
Huh.
It's just like anybody... They use it as a babysitter for their kids. Like,
So there was some issues with this ride.
that's a lot cheaper than paying for daycare.
Oh, boat flipped over. That's not good.
Yeah.
But they just want to get in there.
And it was removed between 2015 and 2016. Over here, a couple more of the boat rides. I don't know what any of these are. There's no tags or signs to explain. A couple of bumper boats down here. And then we've got some tents with some different things set up. So let's take a look through here real quick. They have these set up. It did rain this morning, by the way, on our way down here. Euclid Beach Park entrance. A couple of different signs from Geauga Lake. This one here, this is over the falls from Euclid Beach Park. A lot of stuff from Geauga Lake and Euclid Beach Park. This one says Craig Beach Park opening May 27th. This looks like it shows, yeah, defunct. Oh, I definitely want to check this out. This is interesting. Guys, check out that website down at the bottom here. And if you look for the red ones, those are if you look for the red marks, those are parks that are no longer open. So that's kind of interesting. And the green one as well. The green one is different ones that are in and different ones that are out of the collection. Some tickets here, check those out. Old tickets from different parks. Oh, there's one from Geauga Lake. A couple more here, look at these. Luna Park from 1916, wow. Cleveland, Ohio. Some SeaWorld merch here. The Geauga Lake coffee cup. And a plate. Lots of different souvenirs from the stores back then. There's even a, check that out, a zip-up Geauga Lake hoodie. There's a 2007 t-shirt with the Peanuts characters on it. So this is from a dark ride at Euclid Beach Park. Laugh in the Dark, Decor and Gates. Pretty neat. All kinds of neat stuff. Now this one here says rocket ships, and I believe that we saw that up front. We're going to have to check that out on the way out. I went along the side with all the Cedar Point stuff, but there is one of those we're going to have to check out. More tickets from Euclid Beach Park. Check those out. Some pennants from some of the different parks as well. So right over here we have one of the Ferris wheel seats from the Chippewa Lake Park. And apparently there was a theme park, small little theme park, and they had a Ferris wheel. And this is one of the seats. That's cool. How comfortable would you guys be if this was all that was holding you in from falling out? I don't know about that. Speaking of Ferris wheel seats, check this one out. This is from the traveling carnivals, and this one's a little bit different. It's got the little leg lock that comes down too as well to kind of keeps you in a little bit better than the standard ones. You got that leg lock right there, and then the side guards over here as well. Here's another one. This one looks a little bit older. Doesn't have the side guards. Doesn't have that leg piece as well. Does have a piece that drops down for your legs to like lean against and rest your feet on. And then this one here looks like it needs some work, but look at the back of it. Pretty cool, huh? Guys, look at this old roller coaster here. This was known as the Yellow Coaster, and it says it was built by T.M. Harton, and this was in Crystal Beach Park, which I have no idea where Crystal Beach Park is. But yeah, you can see this thing's definitely seen better days. The front's all rotted out. And again, just like that other coaster, only entering on one side, the other side is blocked. So if you get in or out, you have to get in or out on this side only. Over here, got some sort of kids ride. This looks like it might have connected with a bunch of others and gone in a circle under one of those big umbrellas. You know, you've seen those before at the theme parks where it's a big colorful umbrella and there's like 10 of these or 8 of these in a circle. They just go round and round. Looks exactly like what this is. And there's the buttons inside to press to make it beep and make noises. All right, guys, now I mentioned there was one of these over here in the front driveway. I showed you the model earlier. Here's the full-size version. Looks like it was maybe changed up a little bit with some wood. I don't know if that was before or after it was retired. It does say Geauga Lake or bust. I don't know. Dispatch Transport Shuttle. I don't think that was the name of it. I could be wrong, but pretty interesting. It's got that mirrored aluminum airplane style look to it. And the seats, I don't know if these were originally all metal. Yeah, there's no cushioning in here whatsoever, so I don't know. It says Alien Coaster Enthusiast. You've got a couple of skeletons riding this thing. Check out the front of this. Pretty wild, huh? Speaking of wild, they have a sign from the Wild Mouse. That's right. Because that was a very popular ride back in the day. Here's the details on it. It says Wild Mouse coasters were one of the most common roller coasters during the baby boom era. Many parks had downsized or closed to the war, and by mid-late 50s, they finally had money to expand once again. The Wild Mouse was built by B.A. Schiff and operated both at Geauga Lake and Chippewa Lake. And that is the sign from one of them. It doesn't say which, but that's pretty cool. I've also got this this light piece here. I don't know if this went on top of one of the coasters Not sure, but each one of those little holes would have a light in it. Got some car bodies here, and a boat, and a train. And then what do we have here? It says double loop, and this looks like one of the coasters like you'd see for the corkscrew. Very uncomfortable ride. Not one of my favorites.
Funnily enough, that
Pretty cool. So if you've ever ridden the Super Himalaya, this is the same ride. This came from Geauga Lake. And this is one of the cars.
Cedar Point doesn't run, there's like a Music Express.
So here is the sign for the double loop, by the way. And it was a similar ride. Also, I'm probably assuming, does it say who it was built by? It does not. It was originally painted red and purple. Was painted purple with the other train always being yellow. Okay, anyways, this was at Geauga Lake, and it was similar to the corkscrew that you see at Cedar Point. And he did say this was more comfortable because they didn't put any padding at the bottom of the seat, and it form fit a little bit better because of that. Over here, Little Dipper. This was at Chippewa Lake. It looks like a little mini coaster. You guys can see that. And they have one of the ride cars from that.
He sits down in the car, pulls it down, gets it halfway down, and he's home alone. Click, 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 click. Oh.
Over here they have little 3D printed roller coaster trains. And a couple that are like the corkscrew here. And they even have one that looks like Steel Vengeance. That's pretty awesome. And that one looks like Top Thrill. They've also got some signs from various rides as well. Very cool. Looks like some old carousel pieces in the back.
Those are from Crystal Beach.
Crystal Beach? Is this from a carousel?
Yes, Crystal Beach Vermilion.
Do you know what happened to the whole carousel?
As far as I know, the machine got scrapped, but all of the scenery panels and the horses are
Sign up
still
there.
mostly
This
owned
is
by the
Grand
family,
Carousel.
minus 2 horses, and then
I just noticed one of the classic Cedar Point garbage cans. That's awesome. They don't have the top. They've made their own top, but that is what they look like. Here's the other half of Steel Vengeance. Saw the first half in the garage, and there's some pieces back there as well. They have the whole thing. That's pretty cool. Well, guys, I had an absolute blast checking out all this cool memorabilia, these old coasters, these old classic pieces of amusement history. Awesome place. If you get the chance, check out the Amusement Preservation Museum on Facebook, and maybe you can come out and check them out next June when they do their open house again. Well, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to click on the compass so you can get subscribed and see more awesome content like this. And remember, adventure is just a short drive away.